Now at 9, taking action. What charges are being brought to a candidate running for governor?
Plus, game changer. What vaccine could be brought into the medical sphere that can change the way we view cancer treatment? And a fresh start. A major announcement is expected today regarding another big sports venue here in Las Vegas. More on that ahead.
Now, news that matters to you on campus and beyond. Live. You're watching Studio G.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on Studio G. My name is Christopher Clark.
And I'm Hector Solomon. Let's get right to it. And following a developing story, the Nevada Athletic Commission chairman threatened Sheriff Lombardo following a UNLV student's death. Dying last November following a charity boxing match hosted by UNLV's Kappa Sigma fraternity, Lombardo did not attend yesterday's meeting where they were to discuss additional testimonies about Metro's investigation. Nathan Valencia and the Nevada Athletic Commission chairman Stephen Klubeck said he is asking the Attorney General's office about the potential charges against the sheriff.
And with the student loan forgiveness applications being now open, current former students are flocking to fill out the form. With that, there are dangers lying behind the screen. Scammers are attempting to get vital information from borrowers through fake forgiveness websites. Experts recommend only using websites with .gov.
And a new hotel may be in the works on the Strip. The Clark County Commission is hearing a proposal for a brand new 43-story resort on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Harmon. Tillman Fertitta is spearheading the project after buying the plot of land for $270 million. The hotel will have over 2,000 rooms, a convention space, wedding chapel, and more on the 6-acre plot of land.
The Nevada Department of Transportation will be installing all new HOV lane signs beginning today. These signs are in preparation for the HOV lane hour changes happening this month on October 24th. The project will be evaluated over the next year and a half, and the new hours will allow for all traffic to drive in the lane from 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. And now let's take a look at the weather. Jade, what do you have for us today?
Well, we have another sunny one, and make sure you guys pay attention to those HOV signs. But today we have a high of 87 degrees, a little hotter than yesterday, with a wind speed of 7 miles per hour. Across the valley, we have temperatures just hitting the 70s. Those are going to rise, but then when it heads into the evening, those are also going to drop again. And do we have a possible wind advisory coming this weekend? Stay with us. Your 7-day and more coming up. Hector, Chris, back to you.
So the Treasury Department will assess the effect of extreme weather has on rising insurance rates. And the office will be asking insurance companies for zip code level data to view their policies and prices. This is the first time the department has done so. Insurance companies are regulated by the state, but new findings could be used to determine if changes are needed in the U.S. insurance.
And while insurance rates are rising, hearing aids are becoming available in local pharmacies. CNN reporter Ivan Rodriguez has the story.
We have big news today, and that is going to benefit as many as 30 million Americans.
For the first time, hearing aids can now be purchased over the counter without a prescription, exam, or fitting, following an August rule change by the FDA.
The people most helped are adults with mild to moderate hearing loss who might not take that first step.
The White House says hearing aids will soon be available
we have big
at
news
major
today,
retailers,
and
including
that
Walgreens,
is going
CVS,
to benefit
Walmart,
as many
and
as
Best
30
Buy,
million
and claim this
Americans.
could save people as much
For the first
as
time,
$3,000
hearing aids can
per
now
year.
be purchased over the counter without a prescription, exam, or fitting, following an August rule change by the
Experts say
FDA.
leaving
The people
hearing loss
most helped
untreated
are
can be detrimental
adults
to
with
overall health.
mild
Studies
to
have shown
moderate
some
hearing
links
loss
to dementia,
who
poor
might
mental health,
not
and
take
increased
that
risks of
first step.
falls. The White House says hearing aids will soon be available
We have big
at
news
major
today,
retailers,
and that
Walgreens,
is going to
CVS,
benefit as
Walmart,
many
and
as
Best Buy.
30
And
million
help save
Americans.
people as
For
much
the first time, hearing aids can now be purchased over the counter without a prescription, exam, or fitting, following an August rule change by the FDA.
The people most helped are
detrimental
adults
to
with
overall health.
mild to moderate hearing loss who might not take that first step.
The White House says hearing aids will soon be
We
available.
have big news today, and that is going to benefit as many as 30 million Americans.
For the first time, hearing aids can now be purchased over the counter without a prescription, exam, or fitting, following an August rule change by the FDA.
The people most helped are
Detrimental
adults
to
with
overall health.
mild to moderate
Some
hearing
links
loss
to dementia,
who might not
and
take
increased
that
risks of
first step.
falls. The White House says hearing aids will soon be available.
We have big news today, and that is going to benefit as many as 30 million Americans.
For the first time, hearing aids can now be purchased over the counter without
Taking
a
a look
prescription,
out at Las
exam,
Vegas,
or
where a new
fitting,
sport will be
following
calling
an
our
August
city
rule
home.
change by
Find
the
out which
FDA.
one just
The
after
people
the break.
most helped
Are detrimental to
with
overall health.
mild to moderate
Some
hearing
links
loss
to dementia,
might not
and
take
increased
that
risks of
first step.
falls. The White House says hearing aids will soon be
We have big
available.
news today, and that is going to benefit as many as 30 million Americans.
For the first time, hearing aids can now be purchased over the counter without a prescription, exam, or fitting, following an August rule change by the FDA.
The people most helped are
Detrimental to overall health.
mild to moderate
Some
hearing
links
loss
to dementia,
might not
and
take
increased
that
risks of
first step.
falls. The White House says hearing aids will soon be
We have big
available.
news today, and that is going to benefit as many as 30 million Americans.
For the first time, hearing aids can now be purchased over the counter without a prescription, exam, or fitting, following an August rule change by the FDA.
The people most helped are
Detrimental to overall health.
mild to moderate
Some
hearing
links
loss
to dementia,
might not take that first step.
The White House says hearing aids will soon be
We have
available.
big news today, and that is going to benefit as many as 30 million Americans.
For the first time, hearing aids can now be purchased over the counter without a prescription, exam, or fitting, following an August rule change by the FDA.
The people most helped are
Detrimental to overall health.
mild to moderate hearing loss
Dementia,
might not
and increased risks of falls. The White House says hearing aids will soon be
we have
available.
big news today,
New at 9, algae could be important to human getting to Mars. So UNLV is spearheading research on a special kind of algae that can survive in extreme conditions seen on the red planet. So the algae is edible, it's full of nutrients, and can thrive in the carbon dioxide atmosphere on Mars. Early results in the research are promising, and the team hopes their lab conditions could be recreated in a greenhouse on the surface of the planet in the future. So UNLV is spearheading
Fascinating stuff there, and there is a new petition circling campus. Students published a petition to hold another election so that the student body may vote to affirm or negate the recall of President Isaac Hernandez Alcaraz and Vice President Diana Melchior. This is a developing story, and Studio G will be following updates on the new petition.
And UNLV is making efforts to reduce food waste through meal swipes. So our Mark, the UNLV's food vendor, they're allowing students to donate unused meal plan swipes to fight campus hunger. The Swipe Out Hunger campaign is taking donations at the Hazel M. Wilson Dining Commons at the cash register.
This is a developing story. And from saving food to saving jobs, UNLV prepares for career fair today. Students will have the opportunity to have their resumes professionally reviewed while learning tips and tricks to stand out from other job candidates. It's being held at the Student Union between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. For more information on this event, email careers@unlv.edu.
And now let's take a look at sports.
Continue to use our platform and the opportunity to shout out a very special member of the basketball community. Brittany Griner's birthday is today. She's 32 years old. We want to continue to let her name be known.
So you saw Steph Curry there shouting out Brittany Griner on her birthday. during the Warriors ring ceremony. The Warriors did defeat the Lakers last night 123-109. Steph Curry, he scored 33 points, but the Warriors' young core was also on display as Jordan Poole and James Wiseman, they combined for 20 points coming off the bench. LeBron James, he's in his 20th season. He did his best to get the Lakers the win. He had 31 points and 14 rebounds, but it was not enough. And let's take a look at a clip that went viral last night in the Celtics-Sixers game. So you see James Harden here, crosses up Marcus Smart, gives him the little shimmy there, shoots, but he basically airballs it, barely grazes the rim. So the Sixers, they lost that game as well to the Celtics 126-117.
That's absolutely brutal there, but the Golden Knights went north of the border to face off against a divisional opponent, Calgary Flames. Vegas came into this game undefeated in their young season. The Knights got early goals from William Carrier and Brett Howden and played well throughout the contest. The Flames unfortunately came back in this one, beating the Knights by a final score of 3-2. The Knights will be back at T-Mobile Arena tomorrow night when they'll square off against the Winnipeg Jets. And NASCAR has suspended Bubba Wallace for Sunday's race at Homestead Miami Speedway for his intentional crash of Kyle Larson at Las Vegas. Coming off turn 4, Wallace washed up the track to take out Larson, and then things got even more heated. Wallace got out of his car and walked across the infield grass to where Larson was, and things got physical. The driver has since posted an apology on social media, and Wallace's team, 23XI Racing, issued a statement on Twitter. Wallace is the first NASCAR driver suspended since Matt Kenseth in 2015. 23XI Racing said it would not appeal NASCAR's decision. And slap fighting is hitting Nevada sports. Yesterday, the Nevada Athletic Commission unanimously voted to host sanctioned slap fights. According to Hunter Campbell, UFC chief business officer, it's believed to be their first state to regulate the sport. Rules allow competitors to strike each other in the face, leaving the temple, ears, and eyes prohibited. The first match could be held by the end of the year, hopefully at the UFC Apex.
Okay, and a new property is coming to the Strip. So the All Net Arena and Resort will be located on the north end of the Las Vegas Strip. It's led by former basketball player Jackie Robinson. All Net is making history as the first minority-owned resort on the Strip. It is scheduled to open in 2025.
Wow, that's amazing. And the British luxury car brand Rolls-Royce will begin production on their first electric vehicle. The two-door fully electric Spectra will feature a Starlight headliner, filling the cabin with 5,876 stars. According to the company, the Spectra will go from 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds and drive 260 miles before needing a charge. The brand says it will go fully electric by 2030.
And now, this is Studio G weather.
Now that is a nice car, but today we also have nice weather. For your weather headlines, we have a mostly sunny day, pretty sunny, low cloud coverage, but there still is some. And as we head into the afternoons, the wind is going to pick up, so just be aware of that. For your evening planner, it's not going to drop too much, but it's going to go from 85 to 76, so pretty cool in there, staying away from the 90s still. And tonight, we have a sunset temperature of 83. And the sun is setting at 5:59, so kids, if you're going to play outside, the sun's going down pretty fast. And as we have a cold front coming in from the northern states, gusts up to 35 to 40 miles per hour could hit Vegas, and they could alert the wind advisories on our phones. For your 7-day, we have consistent temperatures until we get to Friday when these strong winds come in. And the following Saturday, we also have some light breezes, and those are going to lower the temperatures heading into next week. Guys, that's all we have for your 7-day. Back to you at the desk.
All right, and as the fall weather rolls in, more opportunities rise for pumpkin patch strolls. Reporter Kirk Massey visits one annual patch that's known for more than their pumpkins.
If you're looking for some fall fun for the entire family, look no further than Gilcrease Orchard. There are plenty of activities here for everyone. They have an entire refreshment portal set up where there's cinnamon donuts and snacks, and then a little further down there's sunflowers, which are here year-round. But of course the main attraction is the pumpkin patch, and that's what everybody comes here for.
Gilcrease Orchard is a 60-acre pick-and-pay farm that has been in operation for nearly 50 years. Brothers Ted and Bill Gilcrease dreamed of a place where families could bring their children and enjoy a sampling of the kind of life they grew up with. The orchard offers families a multitude of activities to engage in. Food options range from freshly grilled burgers to shaved ice with ample cover seating space to escape the last rays of summer. Other attractions at the orchard include a farm stand with an animatronic scarecrow, stage photo ops, and educational signage. Still, the pumpkin patch is the highlight of the fall season.
I love coming to Gilcrease Orchard for the pumpkins. There's pumpkins of all shapes and sizes and all sorts of colors. The options are pretty endless, and you could see that the pumpkins are popular by the sheer amount of people that are here. People are absolutely lining out the door.
Despite the increase in visitors, the pumpkin patch is plenty big enough to accommodate the numbers without feeling too crowded, or more importantly, running out of pumpkins.
As you can see, I got in on some of the fun myself. I found myself the perfect pumpkin. You bring your own clippers, you clip it right off the vine. Now I'm excited to take this home, carve it, and put it outside.
Gilcrease Orchard has increased their hours of operation for the fall season. They are now open Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m.
So that actually looks really good, but I've never been to a pumpkin patch before.
You've never
ever.
been? Oh
No.
my gosh, you have to go. I mean, you might be too old to trick or treat, and I understand that, for some adults, it's a little bit too much for Halloween, but you're never too old to carve a pumpkin, so.
Wow, calling me old.
Well,
Calling me old,
I'm
right.
old myself, we got to stay young. But a local nonprofit called Clothes for Kids is helping foster kids get new clothes and basic necessities. After the break, we'll talk to the special teenager who made it all happen.
Mental illness is not always easy to see.
Third line, please.
DEPRESSION.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale.
Bipolar?
Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own.
Anxiety. I thought so.
Like many health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. And the sooner you seek treatment, the better.
Look at that. 6,000 steps and PTSD.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Chris Domine is a husband and a father. Chris is an athlete. Chris is even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris was facing a very different story because his kidneys were failing.
Basically, the doctor said, if you don't get a kidney transplant and if you don't do dialysis, you are going to die.
Fortunately, Chris received a second chance at life, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes, from loss of hope to hope to better times ahead.
More than 100 million people in America are registered organ, eye, and tissue donors. People of every age and ethnicity, because they believe it's the right thing to do. Imagine what you can make possible by leaving behind the gift of life. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Welcome back. We're sitting down today with Nigel Murray, and Nigel, something special about him, he might be the youngest person in this studio, but he is the founder of Clothes for Kids, a local nonprofit organization that's helping clothes foster kids and helping them get basic necessities. Nigel, thank you so much for joining us today. And that must have been something, starting a nonprofit. And you started this when you were 14 years old, is that correct?
Correct, yes. I was 14 years old when I started Clothes for Kids.
Wow. What kind of help did you get in getting all this going?
So the main people that helped me was my parents was a huge help. Obviously, being 14, starting a whole nonprofit is not something that I was very knowledgeable in. So they were definitely a big help in me getting it up and running.
That's really remarkable. And can you tell the viewers who maybe aren't familiar what Clothes for Kids does and what they service the community with?
Yeah, so basically Clothes for Kids is an official 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides clothing for children in foster care. Because a lot of times when they're placed into a foster home, they don't have the proper necessity, basic clothing items that they need.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that what you're doing is going a long way into getting these kids what they need. I mean, the most needy of our society, like the people who need it the most, and you're out here helping them. Where can people, if they want to get involved with the organization, where can they donate? Where can they find you guys?
Yeah, so we're on all social media platforms at Clothes for Kids LV. And then our website is clothesforkidslv.org. So there you can find more information about Clothes for Kids as well as different ways that you can get involved.
And you were telling me before we came on the camera that you have a Christmas drive coming up. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. So right now we're currently still planning it, but we're definitely going to do something for Christmas. So that's a good opportunity for the community to come out and donate, as well as any foster children to come up on some new cool toys.
Donating clothes and toys to foster kids, I mean, who wouldn't want to get involved with that? Nigel Murray, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be right back after a quick break with some of the heart of downtown to dig the newest coffee shop serving kindness. Stick around.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Welcome back, and Dig It Coffee Company has officially opened its doors, but what makes this coffee shop different from the rest? Serving coffee with a mission is what they're all about, and Brianna De Leon has more.
Dig It Coffee is the newest coffee shop in town with a purpose that goes beyond just coffee. Dig It Coffee opened its newest shop located within the Arts District. Having been open for nearly 3 weeks now, they focus on providing an all-inclusive work environment for adults of all abilities.
Really, our mission is to provide competitive wage job opportunities for adults with disabilities. And so our entire team is an inclusive team, so we provide a positive working environment for inclusivity.
They also provide their employees with unique guidance and the proper tools needed to succeed.
We provide a lot of one-on-one individualized training and really set people up for success. We provide a supportive environment for these people to work and learn and train on the job. So our people with disabilities are making the same amount that everyone else is on the team. And there's no place like that in Vegas, and so we're really proud of that.
You can visit the coffee shop Monday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or visit their website at digitcoffee.co. I'm Brianna De Leon reporting for Studio G.
Okay, thank you for joining us today for Studio G. Be sure to stay in touch with us on Twitter at StudioG_UNLV.
Yes, be sure to tune in for more news tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We're going to go to a quick live cam of San Diego where, as you can see on the marina here, the Phillies will be taking on the Padres tonight. Last night, Bryce Harper, our own Las Vegas Valley product, hit an opposite field home run to give the Phillies a 1-0 advantage. They ended up winning that game 2-0, so Bryce was instrumental in that victory. Our Vegas stars are shining everywhere throughout the country.
Yeah, the Padres are tough though, so it could be a very tough series.
Absolutely,
for sure.
yeah. They took out the Dodgers. It was a lot of people's pick to win the World Series, but the Padres have shown that the hot team is the one that counts in baseball. And the Phillies are pretty hot themselves, and Bryson Stott. We've got a couple of Vegas products out here in the championship series. We might be seeing them in the World Series soon. Bring a little more attention to our valley.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe Vegas will even get a team soon.
Absolutely. Well, again, leaving you here with a beautiful view of the San Diego Bay, Mission Bay, excuse me. But again, tune in tomorrow for more news and updates. Same time, same place, 9 a.m., Facebook and YouTube Live.